Hi guys. Oh shoot, I just moved the camera. My bad. Let me just horrifically fix that real quick. There. That's good enough for now, right? So, this is our self-soothe, comfort, self-care video that we were talking about. I'm going to tag Charlotte in this somehow, because this was her question. So, I tried to gather everything that I could. Some of this I just really couldn't get next to me. So, yeah, some of the things I could not actually, get next to me on the couch, as you can see kind of over here. Not really. But I tried to gather as many of our things up, which was fairly easy because most of it was already in a box sitting beside our bed. So, I didn't have to gather up too much, like 3 things that I had laying around. But yeah, so Charlotte wanted a video for things that, we do to self-soothe, and I forgot one of the things, but that's okay, so whatever. I have my backup version right here on the table. Don't mind me, I'm super dissociated today and really switching and spacey, so whatever. And again, still getting used to being on camera again, because it's been so long since we posted, but yeah, so things that we do to self-soothe and take care of ourselves and relax and kind of decompress after a hard day, and kind of a suggestion of things that you guys might be interested in looking into buying, I guess, or that I would recommend for other users to self-soothe, I think was her question. And I'm having a sensory issue that's making me slur my words, so whatever. Deal with it. So, as in my last video that I made, I don't know which one's going to get posted first, honestly, because I haven't uploaded either of these yet. But this is one of them. I've intentionally pulled my hair up for this video. And, I mean, I know it's really sloppy, but I intentionally pulled up my hair because if this comb is in my hand, I will compulsively and unconsciously brush my hair. Which isn't really good because my hair is kind of falling out in large quantities right now. So me brushing it is only going to make it fall out more, in my opinion. That could be all in my head, but I feel like it's going to make it fall out even more than it is. But yeah, so one thing that we do is we comb our hair. It's mostly a sensory thing. We do have a sensory processing disorder, so it's just positive sensory input, I guess, for us. And it can be really helpful and soothing and comforting and bring us back to baseline. I don't know. If you wanted to try combing your hair, go for it. I'm assuming most of you have done this at some point or another, though. I mean, I'm not saying everybody combs their hair every day. I sure as hell don't. But I'm pretty sure you've all combed your hair at one point or another, so you probably already have an idea of whether it works for you or not. If it's just kind of like I do it because it's hygiene, probably not a good idea for self-soothe, but who knows? Go ahead and give it a try. I won't say go buy a comb because you probably already have one laying around. If not, Dollar Tree has 8 packs of variety-sized combs for $1, so yeah. I can't help it. See, I got the comb in my hand, so now I'm going to have to half-ass brush my hair. Because I have compulsive issues. There we go. Alright, so that's one of them. I'm going to get the big thing out of the way. Because one of the things Charlotte specifically mentioned was a weighted blanket, which we do in fact have. When my dog is not stealing it. Avalanche. Alright. So, it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but I do have 2 animals that both shed like crazy and cost $3 a load to wash and dry laundry here, so give me a break. It's been like 2 weeks. And this one's not really easy to wash. That's one thing I don't like. I'll get into that. But, yeah. This is our weighted blanket. Whew. Big ball of fur just came flying off of it. Maybe I should wash it. But this is the weighted blanket we have. It's not very big. It's maybe like 3 feet. I don't know. Like, this is one side. Oh, there we go. So that kind of gives you an idea about how big it is. It's really not that big, but it is big enough to, oh, ow, go like this, which is why the littles have nicknamed it the Hug-A-Blanket, because this is about the only way we can justifiably use this, realistically, because it's small, and so it kind of feels like a hug, but that is really soothing. Alright, I'm gonna take that off before I get all distracted and cozy. But yeah, so we do have one. It is small. I really like the weighted blankets. They are not a solution for everybody. They do not work for everybody, and they can, I don't know how much research everybody's done on weighted blankets, but to make this a little bit brief but a little insight, for certain disorders and whatnot, a weighted blanket can actually backfire. To whereas instead of calming a person down, it can actually make them feel really aggressive or really anxious and antsy. Or just feel really stinking weird. Like things aren't, like you're not really anxious or something, but you feel off. Like something's not right. This is less so the case with a weighted blanket because they're usually pretty equal. And more so the case with other weighted items such as weighted vests, weighted coats. Apparently they make sweatshirts that are weighted now, which I so want one, OMG. And whatnot. The coats, the vests, and the sweatshirts are a big deal. Because it has to be at 5% of your body weight. Within 5 to 10% of your body weight. So, a 10-pound weighted vest for someone who is like 100 pounds might work. But a 5 to 10-pound weighted vest for someone who's 200 pounds, it's not going to work. Or whatever. So, the vests and the coats and stuff, you really have to make sure you do your homework and know what you're doing. But for the majority of people, weighted blankets are extremely calming. They're very soothing. I know people who have weighted everything. Coats, sweatshirts, stuffed animals, blankets, you name it. I really like mine. It's really effective. It even works on my dog, which is why I said when my dog's not stealing it from me. Would I recommend people buy one? Yes and no. My suggestion would be that you, if you have the ability, go to an occupational rehab or a friend of yours or a family member that may or may not have a weighted blanket and try theirs before you go spend money on it. Because that's my issue with weighted blankets. They are not cheap. They're not something you're going to go find at Walmart for $20 or anywhere close to. This was an investment I made about 5 or 6 years ago for my own mental health, and for me, the cost was justified. But I actually didn't wind up getting exactly what I needed, or wanted, because they're really, really expensive, in my opinion. This small one cost me about $75 on Etsy. And that's actually fairly cheap, but I was more hoping for a full body one that would go from my shoulders down to my ankles, but those were like over $150. So that's my only issue with them, is they're really expensive. However, if you've tried one, you like them, I think it's definitely worth the cost for some people, so something to look into. And then we have your general fuzzy blanket, and I freaking love this thing, and I might just trade this in for my grandpa's blanket. like I was currently curled up with my grandpa's, but now that I have it out here and I've gone through the effort of taking it into the living room, it might just stay here today. I don't know if you guys can see the material on this, but yeah, you kind of can. It's just really soft and fuzzy, and oh my god, it's so fuzzy. Anyways, focus. You can't ask me to do a video like this and not get distracted. Yeah, it's just really soft and cozy, and it's comforting, and I can use it both in winter and summer without getting too hot or too cold. What? That's a fucking miracle. Me maintain a body temperature? What? But yeah, so I don't know how many of these. I don't. A lot. In fact, most of my blankets are this material. If it's not fuzzy, forget it. I have no interest. Yeah, quilts, shit. No interest in that. I have no purpose. They're useless to me. Forget it. And then the other kind of blanket, which I'm not going to pull out my grandpa's because everything's sitting on my grandpa's, but that's the one I use the most. But I also do crocheted blankets a lot. This one my grandma Ethel made for me when I was like 13, so what? It's an old ass blanket. And then I have the one I made my grandpa several years ago that I reclaimed when he passed on. So blankets are a big thing. As I'm sure you guys have probably noticed, I am always in a hoodie or a sweatshirt or a sweater of some sort. That's partly because I can't control my fucking body temperature and I'm, you know, like cold-blooded or something and always feel like ice. But it's also a tactile thing. I like fuzzy softness on my body at all times. So, my hubby found my favorite fuzzy sweatshirt yesterday, and it's in my bedroom, and I'm too lazy to go get it. It's legit the same material, you guys, but it's in a sweater. How cool is that? Like, everywhere. It's fucking awesome. Best invention ever. I want to get like 10 more of them. You don't even know. And then it has like that kind of material on the sleeves, except the sleeves are tight like this. And it's just, it's great. I love it, but I'll have to go get that thing some other time. Moving on, because this is already at 12 and a half minutes. I have a lot of shit, you guys. I have the foot book. 1 foot, 2 foot, red foot, blue foot. I think I got that backwards. Now I'm going to have to find out. Oh, see, I just, like, skipped about 5 pages. It's actually wet foot, dry foot. My bad. Did I just make the red foot, blue foot part up? But yeah, I have a lot of kids while I'm looking for the correct passage here. I have a lot of children's books and picture books because sometimes I like books with pictures because I'm just an awesome adult like that. And also because it's soothing for my littles and they need something they can look through. And I've always, always, always loved Dr. Seuss. Are you kidding me? Like, well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently I just made this shit up and I'm adding things to Dr. Seuss's book because it's actually Red Feet, Black Feet. And there is absolutely no mention of, oh my god, I just got an idea. But anyways, there is absolutely no mention of blue feet in this book anywhere, like, at all. Like, it's just, I'm just adding shit to Dr. Seuss. I'm sorry, Dr. Seuss. That's an insult. I didn't mean to. But yeah, so I have children's books. I actually have an entire bookshelf of them, but this is by far my favorite one. So I will ask my hubby to read this to me on repeat if I could. Also, always buy kids' books. They're fucking amazing, and I'm a bookworm, so of course I'm going to tell you should buy books. Then we have this cool little doodad. Let's watch it freak out the camera real quick and make the camera try and focus. I actually really like this thing so much. You don't even know. This is why I hide this thing from myself, and now that I can see it moving on the camera, I like it even more. I don't know if you guys have seen one of these. Don't ask me what they're called. I don't actually know the name of them. Spiky breathing balls? I don't know. I know it's used for like breathing exercises and stuff. That's why I'm calling it a breath ball. I don't know, but I actually really like them because they start out spiky like this, and if I will quit playing with it long enough to show you, they have these like little, let me tactilely find the correct spot because everything's backwards on this camera. They have these little doodads, and you just grab one of these black parts and go whoosh. Ta-da! Can you see me? Can you see me now? Yes, you can. Alright. This is fun, you guys. I'm having fun. I don't know if you're having fun, but I am having fun. But you can also, like, let's see if my coordination's on par today. You can also throw it up like this. Can you even see that it, well, whatever. It's expanding. Yeah, so when you, there we go. Now we got you. So you can throw it, and this is way too much fun. But you can throw it, and it expands, and then when you catch it, it collapses, or you can actually use it as a visual guide to calm your breathing down, like. That's not how you're supposed to do it, you guys. That's not the correct breathing technique. You know I can't do this seriously for too long, right? But yeah, that first time, the second time actually, was the correct way to use this as a breathing guide. But, you know, don't do it as a breathing guide when you're doing it like I am right now, because you'll, like, hyperventilate and pass out. Alright. I'm being really weird. I don't know why. I think I'm getting help from people. I'm not sure. I've had too much coffee. I don't know. Actually, this is kind of the random shit I do when I'm not on YouTube trying to act like a high-functioning adult. But, yeah. So, I do like this thing. I think they're great. They're very tactile, so they're good for grounding yourself. And they're fun. Which they are. I mean, come on. The thing freaking expands when you throw it. And, yeah, they're multi-use, which I love. But don't pinch your fingers. I have done that several times because I'm skilled. And then we have this little fun little box. And it might help if I... And I love that it says today has been canceled. You have no idea how much I love that. Because I cancel days. So in here, this is the box I keep by my bed. We have my crocheting. And I have not actually crocheted in like a week. But, you know, whatevs. I don't even know what stitch this is. I think I was just doing a lame single stitch. So, occasionally, maybe, was I doing a single crochet? We will find out. Nope, I was not. I was doing a half double. Anyways, so I like to crochet. It's very tactile, and I tend to... my friends tease me because I tend to crochet as fast as I'm thinking at the moment. So, you know, unless I'm doing a weird pattern that I have to pay attention to. But just to show you guys a little bit, I don't know why, because I feel it's necessary. But, whoop. Wah, and I will do this in bed and not always be making anything, just making stitches. So, this is actually going to be a hat I'm working on, so whatevs. We got that. I'm trying to hurry up a little bit because we're at 18 minutes and 53 seconds. So, water bottle, it's this one specifically because it kind of makes it look like an adult beverage when the kids need something to chew on and shit. Then we have fuzzy socks. We've got really thick slipper socks that I love, but they don't always work with all your shoes. Then we have more fuzzy socks. I got these ones specifically at the Dollar Tree for $1. Actually, I got 2 pairs for $1. They're super soft and fuzzy, and they're a little bit thinner, so they work a little better with, like, shoes. whoa, my hand looked weird for a minute. Like, what the hell? Alright. And then, again, due to our sensory processing disorder, sometimes the lights bother us. So, they so don't work with our glasses on, but whatever. Hey, what's your name? Alright, whatever. Seriously now. Because you guys need a demonstration on how to properly use sunglasses. But I mean, come on. How cute are those, right? Right? I can't even see them because I don't have my contacts in, but whatever. They're cute. And they make the kids happy. And they block out the light that bothers my eyes and makes my brain feel like it's melting into a lava pool. On bad sensory days anyways. Then we have about... This one is the one that stays in this box, but I have about 50 of them laying around my house. And this kind of serves the purpose for everybody, not just like the kids. We have a pacifier. I know most people at first are like, what? But y'all saw Joan's video, so whatever. It's not news to anybody. But I keep binkies in my purse in every room in my house. Because the kids need them, I need them for sensory issues, and I tend to clench my teeth, so actually I really want it in my mouth right now because the whole sensory thing, but I can't. Actually, I can check this shit out. Oh, he's about to be skilled. I can indeed talk with a binky in my mouth in a semi-understandable way because I have learned and practiced that shit. Just to prove a point, you can talk with a pacifier in your mouth. But it's not always easiest to understand me, so whatever. And, well, there we go. I have crossword, word searches. Just something to do, mindless activity. Everybody knows what this is, right? Hair clip, because, you know, I can't stand my hair in my face. Random ass notebook. I don't even know. Has this one been used? I love new notebooks. I'll find out. Well, sort of. If you count using one page and then ripping it out and putting it back in. I don't even know who that is because the handwriting keeps changing. But, yeah, so that's just for if we have thoughts running through our head if we're not talking at the time or whatever. And we have one of these tea bag. I replace it about every week because I go through one every week. I either actually make the fucking tea or I just smell the tea bag. Whichever I feel like I'm in the mood for. Pens. For obvious reasons. So much hair in this box, it's pitiful. Stickers! Because stickers are awesome and make everybody happy. Crazy or not. Earplugs, because sometimes I cannot deal with the world and the sound and noise. I actually keep these in my purse for when I go to work. Most of the time when I go to work, I actually have one of these in my ear. I half-assed it. They don't sit there like that. You're actually supposed to ball them up, but whatever. These ones are actually only 36 dB earplugs, so they don't actually block out that much noise, so I can still hear shit, but not very well. It's muffled. And then, for sort of the whoop... I'm not just raising my hand, I'm pulling a cord that you just can't see. Then I also have earbuds to block out noise that do a way better job half the time. Alright, you all know what this is, right? Tell me y'all know what this is. Fidget spinner, what? Oh, I messed it up. I don't like to... My joints aren't working so well today, guys. There we go. A lot of times I like to just cheat and spin it this way and then feel the weight shift in my hand like this. But yeah, fidget spinners are great. I love them. My other one is in my car, but it's a cube and it has like all sorts of things. I'll do a video on that later. I kind of hate to admit that I have this in here because I'm an asshole who doesn't want to admit this because I think people will judge me or some shit. But whatever. Don't judge me, okay? I'm still not fat. Okay, I'm getting there, but you know what? We're gonna fix that problem before my therapist gets back, so it's okay. So, I will admit that most of the time I don't eat this shit. It's usually my littles that are eating this shit. Occasionally I will on a really, 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 like, kill me now day. I'm actually really embarrassed to show you guys, like, I'm tempted to be like, fuck it, but whatever. I have candy in here. I'm like, put that away, I don't eat candy, what are you talking about? That's gross. Well, thank you, Peanut Gallery. So yeah, I do have candy in there, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's pretty obvious. I'll Soothe, taste, whatever. Okay. Another thing we have is I have toy cars that I love. Especially Lucas really likes this. I actually borrowed one of Lucas's cars because I couldn't find mine, but whatever. I'll put it back. It'll be fine. But yeah, I have toy cars I play with just because they're fun. Whee! Okay, so yeah, I have toy cars that I play with because I like to spin the wheels and roll them on things, and they're pretty. Last one, guys. I promise, I'm sorry it's a long video, but I have a lot of shit. So much shit. Don't get me started. Then, I don't know how familiar you all are with these little guys. Let the camera focus. Uno. Come on. Dos. Man, my camera is just not wanting to focus on this one very much. But I have Shopkins that I actually keep one or two in my purse because they're... Focus on her. There we go. Ta-da! Aha! There we go. Okay. Well, let's just drop it on the floor, why don't we? Like I said, my joints aren't working too well today, guys. But I keep Shopkins in my purse and pocket and stuff because A, they're fun to fidget with, and B, they're kind of grounding and soothing, and they're cute, so why not? So now that I've made a mess out of my house gathering all this stuff up, and I have like my brain on 50 different tracks of, hey, look at this. This was fun, right? Love it. Yeah, so now that I have my brain on 50 different tracks of, oh, that set off my nerves. I'm old, you guys. That set off my nerves. I shouldn't have been so crazy. Shift the heating pad a little higher up then. But yeah, so those are some of my main things that I use to self-soothe depending on the day. Some of them aren't even self-soothe. Some of them are just getting through the day. But you know, it's all a matter of coping. Haha, sorry. Focus. I need more coffee. This video is so applicable. Welcome to D.I.DinRawLife. Let's just be rapidly sharing opinions here and, you know, switching between personality types. Okay. Anyways, so yes, that was some of my main coping and self-soothe things. My main you should go out and buy that I think would work for most people is this thing right here. They're cheap. It was like $10 at the state fair. Fidget spinners are also cheap, so absolutely go get one. Try it, see if it helps. I got mine for like $2 at Walmart, and I got my cube that's badass for about $5 at Fred Meyer's. Yeah, I can't think of anything else I would highly recommend except maybe fuzzy blankets. Let me think on it some more. I'll think about it for a while, because again, I don't want anyone to go spend a bunch of money on crap that may not work. So let me put some thought into the what I would recommend people buy aspect of Charlotte's question, other than the fidget spinners and this thing, because they're fairly cheap. And fuzzy blankets, you can find these on sale for like $5 after the holidays and stuff, so they're just little throw blankets. But yeah, so that is my main thing. And sweatshirts, you can get those at Goodwill for like $2. And whatnot. So yeah, those are our self-soothe and whatnot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I think it was hopefully enlightening and kind of interesting, and I think it was super fun. Are you kidding? I got to play with all my shit for 30 minutes and catch up on my YouTube stuff. What? Now I got it stuck. This is why I cannot have power tools, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I can, but you know, I'm not supposed to. Anyways, so I will see you guys on the next video, and look how fast I can do this. Isn't that cool? Ooh, like a nebula. Anyways. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. I'm gonna stop now before I get ahead.